تعمل باللغة الإنجليزية.
تفضل دكتور صالح بس شيرينج سكرين. شكرا.
Okay. My paper is regarding we use one of the main technology which has already been implemented at some other places where we can really detect our main problem. We call it a smart. My paper is entitled "Smart Water Meters for Water Consumption," and the selected school in Kuwait. We are. Next one. Of course, Kuwait, as you know, is located in the north of Arabian Gulf, one of the country which is really one of the most arid country in the world, or in the Gulf state. It has very what you call it, resources, very limited resources, rainfall scarce, and limited to period from October to February, and the amount of water is by rain almost 1 year, almost 1 centimeter. We have groundwater resources, natural resources in Kuwait, and mainly used for bottling company. Main resources also we have the brackish water, which has already salinity between 3,000 to 10,000 milligram per liter. Actually, this water used for agriculture and blending of distilled water. Therefore, Kuwait mainly depends on seawater desalination for its drink water. Presently, we operated now eight desalination plants with average production capacity around 624 million gallon per day. And this amount will be increased in the future due to the more demand. Actually, Kuwait water consumption is among the highest in the world for per person, or per person combustion almost around 500 milliliter per day. And recent study show that Kuwait will be facing more demand in drinking water and the next 2 decades, and more desalination plant will be needed. And we can see from table 1 and table 1, which shows the number of 8 desalination plant with their capacity. The total capacity as you can see, 624 million imperial gallon per day. And we are consuming from this amount around 500 million imperial gallon per day, which and 100 million will be safe for emergency. And this is table 2. It shows the future estimation of desalination plant from year 2016 2021, and you can see that more two stations has been added in order to have more water, in order to increase the amount of water from 624 million gallons per day to 647 million gallons per day. You can see from the table that really actually more water is needed. Therefore, Kuwait will face a real threat of facing unable to satisfy its people with the drinking water without a strong planning. And of course, the government of Kuwait has already taken the steps to establish a conservation plan in order to have more water for people. Actually, you can see that 54% of the water has been consumed for agriculture, and for the people around 44%, and 2% for industry. Therefore, and we, from our research, in order to study how we can consume the water and how we can eliminate the most water, we're trying to do we did some investigation, and we found that public schools are inadequate of using drinking water. Therefore, we have suggested some program in order to improve the consumption water in school. Actually, presently, most of the schools have very poor conservation program, and this is therefore we selected some schools to study there how we can really implement a program where we can save water. And therefore, most effective strategy which widely used nowadays in school is to use what we call smart water metering technology devices. These devices, which already been invented and be used somewhere else, it has really are being used, and also we can be detected the leaks, and also we can, based on the data we gain from these meters, we can implement what we call it water consumption plan. Of course, in order to do that, little actually in Kuwait known about this system, and therefore we in this our research project we conclude our objective in this paper on this research to use smart water technology devices to measure water consumption in the selected school. And then from the data, we can identify water losses in the network, and then we can suggest conservation programs. And therefore, what we did in order to do our work, of course, we contacted Ministry of Education and to do provide some information to do our work. Ministry of Education, we acknowledge their thanks for their contribution and their help with us with this research. Selected about 13 schools, 6 secondary school and 7 high school. These schools are ongoing. Students are attending daily from 7:30 to 1:30. Student and also administrative as well as teacher. So the school are on running. We started from July to August. This is type of meter which is used actually, and in order for our data to collect it from the main, show me that third, take the graph. What we did actually in order to measure the flow and to see how we can implement a program to conserve the water. As you can see, the water comes mainly from water supply, which has already been, we call the ministry meter. We never touch it. And then we install our plus meter. And then we add what we call technology, which is we call a smart water meter, which we call water data loggers. And this logger meter this is the one. This is the meter we can collect all the pulse of, or we call the movement of water in the network, and then transfer directly to the server. And the server already located in UK. From UK, send all information to our lab in our department. This is one of our team who are installing the data and the meter to the network and one of the school. Okay, and this is some information regarding smart meter devices. They are mainly used, I said, mainly used to measure water. Each meter can provided with this meter. They can operate it. We operated for 24 hours for almost 3 months. And we collected the information, and this information transferred wirelessly to the server, and from there to our laboratory to collect it. And the main idea of this, we have to collect what we call minimum night flow. Night flow is determined for each school. It means that the minimum of water to be consumed by each school. If this amount is little, it means that the system is going well in the school. Actually, if the minimum night low high, it means there is a consumption, there is some problem with the network in the school, as indicated by this device. And for this reason, we did that and installed this instrument. This is a table which shows the total consumption of water per 3 months for the 13 school. Second. And this is information about the school. You can see the total amount of water being consumed during the day from 7:30 to 1:30. You can see the average school consumption, and then we have also the number of the school and the student and the administrative. And you can see the third column, which shows the average consume of water by student per day per gallons. And you can see, of course, there is a variation of the consumption according to the school, according to the size of the school. More schools, bigger size, the more consumption or more consume of water. Based on our information, as I said, based on the data we collected, based on the 13 meter, and we came up with this table, which is showed table. You can see the 13 school, and we can see the main thing. Actually, we can see the average minimum night flow, and from there you can see that some schools are consuming more water, and there are a few schools, which is school number 4 and school number 12 and school number 13. Actually, this meter, these devices, which has already been installed to the school, you can see the minimum night flow. It means these schools are not wasting any water. In fact, there are some schools are wasting more money. You can see by percentage. You can see, for example, school number 1 wasting more than 12%, and you can see school number 7 wasting more than 81%. In other words, that these schools are some problem they have with their network inside the school. From our result, our discussion, we can say that smart water meter devices can be used to conserve water. Public schools in Kuwait were used as an example in order to promote conservation behavior between the student and the staff, and even with the teacher. Schools are considered one of the big waste water, and big schools are using the water. You can see that the 13 schools were the ones selected, and we find out that really that there are some problems they are facing, and from the minimum night flow for the 13 schools, we can select that there are some problems with them, and we can also, from there, we can really estimate the total combustion of water. And from our conclusion for our research paper, we can say that 13 schools were selected. Results show that school really consume more water than other schools, and there are some problems with their system. Maybe do their leaks, old pipes, some illegal advices, and there are some problem with other things we could not really find out. Therefore, as we researchers, we are recommended that further study should be done or taken place to discover where the leaks, where the water losses, and etc. In addition to that, there's a awareness program and conservation program should be implemented to the school. As we said, the school is the biggest one in Kuwait which is wasting money.